Friends, here we are going to discuss Gabriel Okara, a Nigerian poet, and his well-known poem, Once Upon a Time. Gabriel Okara was the first modernist poet of Anglophone Africa. He was also one of the founders of modern Nigerian and African literature. He is known as the Nigerian negritudist. A negritudist is a person who is proud of the cultural and physical aspects of African heritage. Okara writes about African thought, religion, folklore, and imagery. He has successfully captured in his writings the moods, sights, and sounds of Africa. His famous works are The Voice, published in 1964, his experimental novel. Several books of poetry, including his award-winning poetry collections, The Fisherman's Invocation, which was published in 1978, and The Dreamer, His Vision, published in 2005. Gabriel Okara died on the 25th of March 2019. In Once Upon a Time, Okara speaks about his favorite theme, the cultural changes in Africa brought about by the advent of Western cultures. He laments the loss of traditional values in African culture. Okara longs for going back to the happier times of the good old days, and also for returning to the innocence, the sincerity and purity of his childhood. We can see a nostalgic desire to return to the goodness of the past. Let's take a look at the poem, Once Upon a Time. The poem starts with the phrase, once upon a time, which usually starts a fairy tale. It suggests that the poem is going to tell us something far-fetched, something very, very difficult to believe. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. But now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block cold eyes searched behind my shadow. Well, there was a time in the ancient past when people used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. People used to laugh very, very sincerely. But now things have changed. With the arrival of the European culture, everything has changed. Now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. The laughter now is very, very formal, white and expressionless, no feelings. Laughing with their teeth reminds us of animals. Do they laugh like animals? With no warmth, no sincerity, no feelings? While their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. Look at the metaphor. The eyes are cold like ice block. They are as hard and cold as a block of ice. Very hard, rigid, and emotionless. No feelings. People have become numb, without emotions. They feel no warmth or love. They laugh only with their teeth, while their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. Behind me is my shadow. What is behind my shadow? They must be looking for something to use against me. So this is the first stanza. Now look at the second stanza. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that is gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hand searched my empty pockets. Well, in the first stanza, Okara talked about laughter, laughing without their hearts. And here he talks about shaking hands. There was a time indeed people used to shake hands with their hearts. Well, handshakes were very warm and sincere, but that is gone. The sincere, warm handshakes are gone. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. Look, what are the left hands doing? The left hands are searching my empty pockets. Is there any difference between the right hand and left hand? Well, the right hands are good or the left hands are bad? Is there anything like that? I don't know. Well, look at what he says. While they shake hands with the right hand without their hearts, the dirty left hands are looking for unfair advantages. Well, this is the second stanza. The shake hands have lost their warmth and sincerity. Now look at the third stanza. Feel at home, come again, they say. And when I come again and feel at home, once or twice, well, there will be no thrice. For then I find the doors shut on me. Now here in the third stanza, Okara speaks about the friendly visits. Now friendly visits are neither encouraged nor entertained. Guests are no longer welcome. Frequent visits by friends and relatives are not encouraged. True friendship is very, very difficult to find. When people pay visits, so we usually say, come on, feel at home, come again. Well, he says, when I come again and feel at home, once or twice, remember, there is no thrice. These phrases, feel at home and come again, they are insincere, hollow words. You visit your friends once or twice, well, it stops there. They don't entertain you the third time. There will be no thrice. For then, when you go there the third time, I find doors shut on me. Well, I am not welcome there. So this is what he talks about, the modern friendly visits. Now look at the fourth stanza. So, I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces, like dresses, home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smile. Now, with the advent of the modern European culture, there are many faces. For each occasion, there is a different face. For example, look at what he says. I have learned to wear many faces. Look at the simile, a beautiful simile. I change faces like I change dresses. Look at what he says. Home face. It's an ironical expression which means that there are masks for use even at home, where a person is supposed to be in his true self without faces, without masks. So home face, office face, so a different face for office. Street face, still another face for the streets. Host face, to play the role of a host, we have a host face. And cocktail face, for cocktail parties, we have still another face, with all their conforming smiles like a fixed portrait smile. Oh, look at that, another beautiful simile. Modern smiles are all like fixed smiles painted in portraits, which once written cannot be changed. And for the same reason, the fixed portrait smiles lack emotions and warmth. Look at the next stanza. And I have learned too to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. To say glad to meet you without being glad, and to say it has been nice talking to you after being bored. So he has also learned to adopt the ways of the world against his will. He has also learned to laugh with only his teeth. I have also learned to say goodbye. Goodbye means God be with you. It's a very sincere wish. Goodbye. I have learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. Good riddance. Oh, thank God. Oh, that nuisance, that unwanted person has left. Thank God. I'm very happy. I have also learned to say glad to meet you when I am not glad. I have also learned to say it has been nice talking to you after being bored. All these expressions, goodbye, glad to meet you, it has been nice talking to you. See, these expressions have lost their sincerity, have lost their meaning. In the modern times, these phrases are used to mean exactly the opposite. Look at the series of antitheses used in this stanza. Good used in the sense of bad. Now, the next stanza. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. The poet is not happy with his changed self. He regrets his action of conforming to the ways of the society, even though it was against his will. He has an intense desire to go back to the innocence of his childhood. He shares his feelings with his son. The poet feels a sense of guilt at having abandoned his innocence, his sincerity. So he says he wants to unlearn the things that he has learned now. I want to be what I used to be when I was like you, when I was like a child like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. I want to unlearn. I want to get rid of all these things that make me unhappy. Unlearn. Unlearning. It's a very, very difficult process to unlearn all the new things that he has learned recently after the arrival of the European culture. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. So after unlearning the new ways, Okara says he wants to relearn the natural ways that are innocent. He wants to relearn how to laugh naturally, how to express his joy and happiness in the natural human way. He wants to fill his life with pristine purity, innocence, love, affection, sincerity, and warmth. Look at that. With the help of a brilliant simile, he makes it very clear. Because now, when he stands in front of the mirror and he laughs, he says, the mirror shows my teeth like the fangs, the teeth of a highly poisonous snake. So he says he wants to relearn the old natural ways. Now, look at the last stanza. So, show me, son. He addresses his son. So, show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. Children are innocent and unspoilt by the ways of the world. Do you remember what William Wordsworth, the great poet, said? The child is the father of the man. Children are innocent. They laugh, smile, and shake hands without prejudice, without poison in minds or hands. So Okara asks his son to teach him how to laugh and smile in the most natural way. So show me, son, how to laugh. Teach me how to laugh in the innocent, natural way. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. The poem ends with a wish to return to his state of childlike innocence. Well, this is the poem. So when you look back at the poem, you can see that it is a critique. It's a commentary on the hypocritical modern African society with its loss of traditional values. Okara laments the loss of innocence, and he expresses an intense desire to return to the blissful childhood. The title is suggestive of a distant past. Once upon a time, it conveys the idea of a fairy tale. It sets the theme of the poem. The poet speaks about unlearning what he has already learned and relearning the good old ways of his childhood, which is a Herculean task, like trying to implement things heard in a fairy tale. The poem is composed in free verse using irregular stanzas, and there is no rhyme. It shows the distressed mind of the poet. It is also written in a conversational style, like a monologue by a father to his son. So that's the poem. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.